How do you buy a small business with $1? How do you do that? So in my life today, I want to talk about small business acquisition. Small business acquisition. So what is small business acquisition? Small business acquisition is the process of buying a company, and it involves steps like initial contact, sharing financial under an NDA, conducting due diligence before finally finalizing the purchase of that business. Some of the financial options include using personal funds or a government-backed small business administration. So I want to take you through the process of acquiring a small business. Number one, you need the initial contact. This process starts with the meeting or calling the buyer if you are the seller. If you are the buyer, you have to make contact with the seller. Let's say you are the potential buyer of a business like a drop shipping business. Let's say someone has a Shopify business and you want to go and acquire it. Let's say someone has a barber shop in downtown Minneapolis or Manhattan. You want to go and acquire that business. You have to make the initial contact with that seller. You either call them or go and meet them physically, go and have coffee with them, go and have tea with them so that you can get to know them. Number two, NDA and information sharing. This second step is very important. NDA refers to a non-disclosure agreement that is signed so that the buyer can review the business. And what is the buyer going to review? When you have an intention of buying a business, you want to go into the financial details. You want to see how much stock. If it is a butchery, you want to see how much stock does this business buy in a week or in a day. How much are the sales out of this stock? You want to find out how much debt are they servicing. You want to find out how much rent are they paying at this particular establishment. So we have this non-disclosure agreement that you have to review as a business person if you want to buy that particular business. Then number three is letter of intent. Letter of intent is done or drafted if the buyer is still interested. Once you have reviewed the financials of that business, you want to do what we call the letter of intent. That letter is issued at a later time and it shows the intent of the buyer, which is a step towards formalizing the deal. Buying a business is getting into a deal, and you have to sign a letter of intent. Then the next step is doing your due diligence. Due diligence is very important. This is the time of consuming face It's not time for consuming the product. It takes time. Due diligence, in my understanding or in my view, is fact finding about that business. Someone has told you that they are the owner of that business. Go and check the registration documents. Are they the real owners, or they are employees trying to sell a business that doesn't belong to them? So due diligence takes a lot of time. It's a research process. You have to go and look at the operations of that business. Look at the daily operation. They've told you that they make sales of uh, maybe $1,000 per day. You want to go and find out, are they real customers? How is it that on a typical day of that business, what happens? How are they treating their customers? So due diligence is very important. What are their standings in terms of legal requirements? Hmm? Are their taxes, are their registration documents up to date? Is when you make an informed decision. Due diligence gives you data that you can use for making the decision. From due diligence, you'll be able to get qualitative data. You'll also be able to use quantitative data to make a decision to either purchase or get out of the deal. Then the next thing is purchase agreement. Once you have completed the due diligence and you are satisfied, you want to make a purchase agreement. And this should be signed by both parties and the witnesses. Then finally, do a closure. The closure step where the ownership and assets are legally transferred from the seller to the buyer. Don't forget this important step. Don't be excited so much. You bought a business at $0, and you forget to transfer the title deed, you forget to transfer the legal documents, the website back end. So those small details are very important that you ensure you do you follow the process. Financing and acquisition. How do you finance a business acquisition? Number one, you can do an SBA loan. This is a government-backed loan from the Small Business Administration. It provides a more favorable interest rate loan. And they are very popular financing options for acquisitions. Number two, you can use your personal funds. You've saved several thousands of dollars in your account. You can use those funds in combination with the loan to finance the business acquisition. You can also use what we call personal guarantee. Most acquisition loans, including SBA loans, require personal guarantee from the buyer. Another way of financing acquisition is through equity. Holding more equity in the businesses. For example, you can decide to own equity by contributing more personal cash. If you have more cash for running the business, you can, and this will result in a better loan. Important considerations when acquiring a business. Now, number one, consider on market versus off market. You can find businesses that are listed through a broker, that is on market, or you can personally contact the seller directly, which is off market. You see someone who is struggling with a business, they are unable to pay taxes, they are unable to pay the cost of operation, then you approach them. That is off market. And this can lead to a more direct relationship with the buyer or seller. Then number two, building resilience. If you are a new owner, you should prepare for challenges. By building cash reserves, keeping initial salaries low, and finding a support network. This will help you be more resilient. You just acquired a new business. There's no way you are going to start increasing the salaries immediately. You have to take time to adopt. You have to find a support network based on the location of your business. Then the next, another important consideration is understanding the business. It takes time to understand how a business works. It is crucial that you understand the operations, the marketing. How is marketing done? How are the business doing customer service? How is the business handling their loans? How is the business handling all those nitty-gritties of business operations? Now I want to show you a method that is used, or a method that was recommended or developed by entrepreneur Cody Sanchez. It is called the bath water method of business acquisition. Now, according to Cody Sanchez, she explains that there are 11 million businesses in the US that are up for sale. And out of all these 11 million businesses that are being fronted or being advertised for sale, only 1% may be sold. So some people may be the owners of those businesses. The sellers end up with frustration. They end up frustration, and they just decide, let me throw everything and lose everything in this business because nobody is willing to buy my business. I have a computer sales shop and it's not doing well. I have a lotion manufacturing business and it's not doing well. Nobody is willing to buy my business. Now let me throw it away. So you can take advantage of such and buy such businesses. So what will you be buying when you get into such deals? What are you going to buy when you get into the deal of buying or the bath water method? So how this approach works is that buy existing or cash flowing businesses. According to Cody, focus on buying businesses that have cash flow. Never buy a business that doesn't have cash flow. Creative deal structuring and financing. According to her, she suggests is better. Sweet equity, combo financing, or revenue sharing are also better. And she emphasizes this because it helps to minimize your upfront costs. As I've said, 11 million businesses are up for sale, but we have opportunities that are often overlooked. The overlooked opportunities are those businesses who may not have successors, or businesses that are operating but not optimized. Someone has a good business of duct cleaning or solar installation, but they are not well optimized on a platform like Google My Business. Those are some of the things we are talking about. Then she suggests 3-6-12 framework. So 3-6-12 framework means 3 months of learning. Learn the language of making deals. Number two, 6 months is where you are sourcing, negotiating, and securing a deal. Takes you 6 months. Then 12 months is the post-acquisition stage, where you get in, start doing integration, understand, and optimize the business. So, according to this method, if you follow those three things, you will become very successful in acquiring businesses. Now, the buying water is bath water is a metaphor, where in some deal cartoons, water is equals to basic or essential, always needed things. What are these essential or always needed things? Think about cleaning, think about plumbing, think about electrical, think about pest control. People need these things, but so many people don't want to get their hands dirty. So these businesses that are often overlooked, those ones that are the ones with a very high potential of becoming profitable. You only need to understand how they work. You only need to learn. Like furniture repair, refurbishing old furniture, refurbishing old cabinets. Those are businesses that people tend to overlook, but they can fetch you a lot of money if you know how to uh, get the trades people, if you know how to work with the trades people. So I think in summary, what we are saying is that the bath water method is a way of acquiring small, steady cash flowing businesses using creative financing and deal structures so that the business gives birth to regular returns with minimal upfront cost. It involves identifying underappreciated or overlooked businesses. And these are the businesses that are owned by retiring owners. When the owner is retiring, and they often require negotiating with flexibility, which is seller financing, revenue sharing, and sweet equity. So, if you want to be successful in such acquisitions, ensure that you do your due diligence. Examine their cash flow and review their wealth rather than trying to start something from scratch. So I hope this information is helpful. If you like these kind of videos just for educational purposes about small businesses, you can like the video, you can subscribe to my channel. We are building a community of people who are interested in small businesses that can impact on their lives. You can also support my work. I'm currently in Kenya You can support my work. I will I'll be displaying my M-Pesa number so that you can support my work as you benefit from these educational videos. Otherwise, thank you so much for now, and I will see you in the next video.